My name is Brock Page and welcome to Throwing Darts. We have ourselves some NFL opening lines already for week 1, so let's go ahead and dive into the rest of the 1 o'clock games and the later games that day as well. Let's start off with Oakland at Tennessee. The betting opened up with Oakland as the 1.5 point favorites with the total at an even 52. Currently, the Raiders are now just -1 against the spread with the total remaining at 52. And at the moment, we have no odds on the money line as of yet. Speaking of the money line, though, our next game opened up with the Redskins at $1.40. I'm talking about Philadelphia plus 2.5 at Washington with the total at an even 48 points. The money line opened up with the Skins laying $1.30. Currently, though, some of the money came in on the Skins, and now Washington's $1.40 money line favorites, like I stated just a few seconds ago. All right, I'm going to slide into our next game, and speaking of the money line favorite, the Colts are laying $1.67 in their contest at the Rams. Indy's -3 at Los Angeles with the total moving half a point downward to an even 47. Like I stated before, Indianapolis is favored on the money line, laying 167. Our next game should be a good one, at least it is on paper. I'm talking about Seattle +3 at the Green Bay Packers with the total at 49.5. The Packers are the money line favorites at $1.60. That one opened up with the Pack at $1.43. It will be interesting to see where that line moves in the next couple of months. Speaking of line movement, we've had plenty of it on our next game. I'm talking about Carolina at San Francisco. The betting opened up with the Panthers as the 4-point favorites in this one. Since the betting opened up, however, pretty much all the money's coming on the Panthers. They are now -5.5 against the spread with the total at an even 48 points. The Panthers are also laying $2 on the money line. That's going to take us into our Sunday night primetime game. I love this matchup. Seems like every year we have this battle to open up the season, and I cannot wait for this one. I'm talking about the New York Football Giants at the Dallas Cowboys. The betting opened up with the Cowboys as the 6-point favorites, and the total at 49.5. Currently, Dallas is just -5 against the spread, with the total remaining at 49.5. The Cowboys are laying 222 on the money line after opening up at 205. And that's going to take us into game 1 of our annual Monday night doubleheader. I'm talking about New Orleans at Minnesota. After a hot start last season, it turned out that these very Vikings were quite the fraudulent team. Not sure if they got any better in the offseason, but Vegas tends to think that they did. New Orleans is +3.5 going into Minnesota with the total at an even 48 points. Currently, Minnesota's $1.80 on the money line after opening up at 200. And that's going to take us into our final game for the show. It's a late one. We're looking at a 10:20 Eastern Standard Time kickoff. I'm talking about the LA Chargers at the Denver Broncos. The betting opened up in this one with the Broncos as the 4-point favorites and the total at an even 44. Since then, Denver's now just -3.5 against the spread. In addition to that, the Broncos are at $1.89 on the money line after opening up, laying 205. Well, folks, that is going to do it for me. But before I get out of here, I have to remind you that I am not a sports betting expert, nor do I implore you to take any of my picks. A wise man once said, good ain't free, and free ain't good. If for some reason you decide to use the free information on this program, you're utilizing it at your own discretion. Most importantly, if you're betting any of these games, do it safe, do it responsibly, and most important, have fun. For Brock Page Productions, I'm Brock Page, and have yourself a positive day.